Hello, good day viewers, you are highly welcome. Into this tutorial, we are going to be solving this problem here. The question says x to the power x plus 2 to the power x equals 130. What the value of x, and for x belong to set of real numbers. Okay, so now here what we are going to do, we can write this equation to be 2 to the power of 3, then to the power of x plus, because 2 raised to the power 3 will give us 8 plus 2 to the power of x equals 130. So now from here, I'm going to rewrite this from this law that say when you have something like a to the power b then to the power c, so we can actually have a to the power c, then we take what? We take b outside. So we are going to use the same thing here. So this is going to be 2 to the power x, then we take the 3 outside, plus 2 to the power x equals 130. So now from here, the next thing we are going to do, you can see we have 2 to the power x here, 2 to the power x here. So now let y be equals 2 to the power of x. Okay, so therefore anywhere we see 2 to the power x in this equation, we're going to replace it by what? Replace it by y. So we have y to the power of 3 plus y equals 130. So now from here, you can have this to be y to the power of 3 plus y, then this will come inside, we have 130, then equals 0. So now from here, we need to factorize this polynomial. So now, if you want to factorize this polynomial, so we know that we can have this to be, let's say we have 130. So this will be 2 in 130, we're going to have 65. Then here we have 5 here, then we are going to have 13 here, then 13. So therefore, if you multiply 2 times 5 times 13, we're going to have what? We're going to have 130, right? So what we are going to do now is that we are going to, so it means we have 130 to be 2 times 5 times 13, which are also factors of 130. So therefore, if I pick 2 here, 2 raised to the power 3 will give me what? Will give me 8 plus y, that is 8 plus 2, so it cannot give me 0. So if I try this 5 here, you can see when y equals 5 here, you're going to see that 5 to the power of 3 plus 5, then minus 30, minus 130. 5 to the power of 3 is 125, plus 5 minus 130. So which this give us 0. So which is telling us that 5 is one of the factor. That is, 5, when y equals to 5, when we put it here, everything give us 0. So which shows that if y equals to 5 is a what? Is a give us this. So it shows that y minus 5 is a what? Is a factor. Do you understand now? Y minus 5 is a factor. So that is y minus 5. So therefore, when we say y minus 5 is a factor, so it means that of this equation. So therefore, it doesn't mean we should stop here. So we still need to go further, because we still have some other roots, not only root, because we have the degree of this polynomial to be 3. So which is telling us that here we are going to be having 3 possible solutions, right? But we only have 1 here, so we need to determine whether the other 2 are real or not before we can conclude, right? So therefore, since we have y minus 5 here, so now using long division method, we can have this to be, so we take y minus 5 outside, right? Then here will be the dividend, which is what we have, which is y cubed plus, but here we are missing the degree 2, so let me represent it to be 0 x squared, sorry, 0 y squared. We are using y here, 0 y squared, then plus y, then minus what? Minus 130. So now from there, so now y divided by this, so we're going to have y squared times this, we have y raised to power 3, y times this, we have minus 5y squared, right? Then divided by, we're going to have take this from here, you're going to have 5y squared plus y minus 130, right? Then here we have 5 here, y here, so we're going to have plus 5y, okay? Then 5y times 5y, we're going to have 5y squared, 5y times this, is going to have minus 25y, right? Then let's take away this from here, so we're going to have what? We're going to have 26y, that is 5y squared minus 5y, this will give us 0, so y minus minus, that will give us plus, so we have 26y, right? Then we bring this one down, we have 130. So now y in y here, that is y in y here, we're going to see we have what? We have plus 26. So 26 times y, you're going to have 26y. Then 26 times minus 5, that's going to give us minus 30. So when you take away this, everything will give us was 0. Are you following? So now from there, so the next thing we are going to do, so it means that we're going to have y raised to power 3 plus y minus 130, okay, equals 0. So we're going to have y minus 5 into bracket, what we have here, the quotient, it will be y raised to power 2, y raised to power 2 plus 5y, then plus 26, okay, equals 0. So this is what we're going to have, that is this here is going to give us this. So therefore we've already know that y minus 5 equals 0 is one of the solution, so which implies that y equals what? Y equals 5, so y1. Okay, so now we need to go further to check whether we're going to have real root here, right? So now to check, we're going to see that when you have y raised to power 2 plus 5y plus 26 equals 0, so you see that here, if you want to solve this one quadratically, a is 1, b is 5, and c is 26. So now let us use discriminant to check whether this equation will give us real or not. So we're going to have the discriminant to be b squared minus 4ac. Okay, so the discriminant is going to be b squared is 5 squared minus 4, a is 1, then c is what? Is 26. So here we have this to be 25 minus 4 times this, so we are going to be having 104, right? So we have 25 minus this, that's going to give us minus what? Minus 79. So now since we have the discriminant to be minus 79, so which is complex root, so we have no real roots. So therefore we're going to consider, we now consider only y equals 5 to be what? To be real. That is, y is real. Are you getting it now? So from there now, since y is real, so therefore is the only y equals to 5 is the solution. But don't forget that we need to recall again that y equals what? Y equals 2x from the beginning. If you remember, y is equals to what? Y equals to 2x. We said 2 to the power x. So we are going to have y to be 5 equals 2 to the power x. So here we have going to take the logarithm of both sides. That is log 5 equals log 2 to the power of x. So x will go down, x log 2 equals log 5. So we divide both sides by log 2. Log 2. So this we cancel this. So we have x to be log 5 over what? Over log 2. Okay? That is the solution, but you can have it approximately to be 2.32. And that is the solution to the problem. If you find this class very interesting, so do not hesitate to share this class to your colleagues. Hit on the bell icon, subscribe, and hit on the bell icon so that you'll be notified anytime we upload new content. Bye bye.